Hello there, my friends. Welcome or welcome back. In today's video, I will be taking you along with me on a little trip to a lovely little island where I'll be looking at lots of art because there's an art manifestation going on the entire island for the entire month of November, which is really cool. And I will be taking you along with me. I'm going there for a few days to look at art, but also to just unwind with the wind. Go inspiration forging, if you will. It will be a very calm and peaceful, reflective video today, because I have noticed that is something that I have been craving myself. So I want to make this video for you and also for myself to come back to when I feel like I need to unwind a bit or unclench my jaw, relax my shoulders, and just take a moment to breathe. So I hope this video will bring you some calm. Maybe you will even find some inspiration here as well. That would be amazing. I hope it will bring you something good. All right, we have arrived on the island, so let's go. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm really glad to have arrived in my lovely little room. And I think it's already dark out. If it's a clear sky, which I don't think it is today, I can watch the stars from my bed, which is great. But I think I'm just gonna go and maybe draw a little and then have an early night so I can get up early tomorrow. I bought a little sketchbook especially for this trip, and my aim is to fill it completely, either while I'm here or with ideas from here when I'm back. I have noticed that I have been a bit hesitant to draw in my sketchbook, my regular sketchbook, for some reason. And when I do, it's usually either some pretty developed drawings that take quite a lot of time, or just scribbles that don't really mean anything to me. And I want my drawings to represent something, I think. I feel like I want them to be like my personal interpretation of the world around me. And I have been struggling to find a way to do that really works for me. I think it also has to do with the way my brain processes things. There's always a lot of things going on inside before anything really comes out, I think. but I really want to learn to be able to make quick observations and be able to translate them clearly in my drawings. So my goal for this sketchbook is to be more quick, to try not to think too long and be a bit more bold in my choices. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do in this little sketchbook. Good morning. Look at this. Ah! It's a blue sky. It's looking like a beautiful day. I'm curious what I'm gonna see today. I think I'm first just gonna go do a little walk, nature walk, because the exhibition open 10:30 and I think it's 8:30 now. So I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna look at the sea. Yeah. Okay, let's get dressed. Look at that, guys. There's the sea. I haven't seen her in so long. I always used to say that this is my dream house. Lately, I have been thinking a lot about why some artworks really speak to me and others don't. And I mean this for artworks that I look at, artworks by other artists, but also very much my own artwork. Because quite a bit of my older artwork doesn't speak to me that much. There's a few that I still really like, but a lot of them also feel quite mundane to me now, maybe even soulless. And I think I feel this way when the paintings were not really coming from somewhere inside myself. When they came into existence because I wanted to create something beautiful or something that I thought many people might like. And these kind of external things were the main drivers. I think the ones that I do really like are the ones that actually have a real feeling behind them. The ones that actually have a soul. And I cannot exactly pinpoint what it is with artworks by other artists when I really connect to them, but I just know they have to connect with something in my soul for me to really, really be moved by them. So here I am on this island, searching for soul. Soul in the art of other artists. My own soul and art that speaks to it. Soul to put in my own work. So how fitting is it that I am here on the island that carries this name. So after I spent the morning walking along the beach and through the dunes, just enjoying nature, it was time to look at some art. I started in the forest and then went to a lot of other exhibitions afterwards. And I'll just take you along for a bit.
Dus ik dacht wel, in het uiterste geval. Dit is het?
Bedankt.
Hi, I am back from a fascinating morning / early afternoon. It's around 2, I think. I already saw, I think, 5 exhibitions, and it was just so cool. There was one in the woods, an artist who made sculptures from natural materials like sticks and mud and everything, and I thought it was so fascinating. Just because his philosophy was like, I feel like I need to be in nature, and the city where I live, I miss like feeling the wind and the elements and everything. So then I go to an island like this and kind of find that part of myself again, and then I gather things and something emerges from it. And I thought it was just so fascinating. Like, of course, we're kind of sort of part of nature in a way, but I don't know, I just love that we create art. We just make things that were not there before. I don't know, I just think it's fascinating. And I met a lovely artist who, how you say that? A sculpture artist who made like sculptures from bronze, which was beautiful. These like pieces that just felt so alive, and like there was so much movement in them, even though they're just static statues, well, static sculptures. But she told me a bit about her process, and it was, yeah, like how she does everything by hand, and sometimes she uses things like rocks or sticks or something to sculpt with the wax, because you sculpt with wax. When you make bronze statues, you sculpt with wax first, and then you make like a mold. I don't know if it's called that, but and then the bronze is like poured or something. Fascinating. I really want to do that sometime. And I talked a bit with another artist about making sculptures from stone and from wood, which I'm trying to do sometimes now, but I'm a bit intimidated by it. And I think I'm also intimidated by having to let go of control, which is something interesting that I also talked about a little bit with my French neighbor, about watercolor paint. And I like it to be controlled and kind of precise, and he likes it to like give control away to the paint and just let it flow in a natural way. I also feel like this right now. Yeah. And I think maybe I should try stuff like that more, because I'm a bit afraid of letting go of control. And now I'm actually working on my little sketchbook that I brought especially for this trip. And I'm trying to be very loose and very unprecise and very quick, which is difficult for me. Well, it's difficult to do that and then kind of still like my pieces. So I'm working on it. It's going good, I think. It's going well. I'm happy. And I saw an amazing exhibition of this photography artist, kind of photography. I honestly don't really understand how it works, but it's cyanotype and photography combined or something, I think. And then she puts her pictures in like in the sea, like the I don't know that word in English, the vloedlijn, the bonding, and then it's half underwater, and the elements kind of decide what kind of outcome she gets. And there was this one piece that I was staring at for like 15 minutes. I was utterly obsessed with it, and I wish I had money, because I would have bought it in a heartbeat. But unfortunately, I don't have money. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it in mind, and maybe she'll still have it when I have money in the future. So yeah. But here I am now to eat a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to one of the other villages, I think, maybe. And there's this, I don't know, art cafe in this village where I'm staying, like very, like 100 meters from my place, from 5 till 7. Where you can go and I guess meet artists or other art lovers or something. And I thought maybe it would be fun to do a bit of drawing there, so I might go there. So yeah, I'm really happy. It's a great trip so far. I already kind of wish I could stay longer. But yeah, no, I'm making the best of it, I think. Okay. I should clean up before I film, probably. A little bit at least. It's I think it's 6:30 and I just had some dinner and I had the most amazing day. And I'm so inspired. There were so many great artists. I don't even know how many I saw. I think maybe 10 or something in total. And yeah, I spoke to some artists this morning and then I spoke to one other artist this afternoon who was really, really cool. Her name was Claudia Winkel and she made very minimalistic looking etching prints. I don't know how you say that, but I really loved it. And it was so interesting talking to her about minimalist art and how it took her a very long time to get there. She said that the circle was something that was always in her mind, but she never really dared to touch it, only like fragments of it or something. Yeah, and we were talking about how scary it is to make minimalistic art because you have to have a very strong motive in order to do it. Yeah, it just really inspired me. And it's so hard to leave things just simple. Which is kind of the theme of this trip as well, I think. And it's also a theme in just in my recent work, I think. Yeah. Oh, and then I saw this amazing, amazing art in the church. Oh my god. There were two artists. One was above and one was like below. I'll add some clips. But it was so great how one was like a ceramics artist and it was so cool to see how the artworks kind of interacted with the church. So I think it was just really well placed as well. I think the curator maybe did that. It was so beautiful, like things that are kind of fragile but also strong. That was the theme. And then the one that was below the church, that is probably one of my favorites. Like, it were paintings but mixed media-ish and also with tape on them, and the main theme was forests and how people are trying to control the forests. I wanted to look at it for like an hour and I really want to go back. I think maybe I will go back tomorrow. I've seen so many things of which I was like, I want to go there again and I want to sit there for like an hour and just watch. I want to get up really early tomorrow, like, I don't know, maybe leave around 6:30 or something if I can, because I would like to go all the way to the other side of the island, which is like 20 kilometers by bike. But I want to go there and see the sunrise and then probably visit some exhibitions on the other side of the island. I'm a bit overwhelmed. I really watched all the art like so thoroughly. I really went there and just really looked at everything, which was really, really cool. And yeah, I'm so happy to be here. So happy. And the nature was also very beautiful. And the sunset was insane today. Oh my god, the sky was so pink. It was beautiful. Yeah. Just beautiful. I'm so amazed by all these artists. Oh, and by the way, I went to the cafe where the drinks were happening and stuff for just a little bit, but I was already quite overwhelmed. So I went out and then I saw the sunset at that exact moment. So I think it was a good decision. Now I'm feeling really good. And I think I'm just gonna draw and then read and then sleep. Yeah. I'm so happy. So I said I was looking for soul, like soul in the art of other artists and my own soul to put in my own work. And I was thinking, I feel like all the artists that I really loved today put a lot of soul in their work because they really did their own thing. And that made me think that maybe what we would call style can also be some kind of soul. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really still thinking about all this. Love to hear your thoughts as always. Because this is already quite a long video, I have decided to chop the video in half and I will make another one so that I can show everything that I went through, like really intently, in the same way I experienced this trip. So here's a little sneak peek of what will be in the next one. I'm the last person left on this side of the island. Oh my god, look at the moon! You've got to be kidding me. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something good out of it. I hope you felt the soul in here too. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for being here.